This video will show you how to replace the front engine mount on a Chrysler Town Country. This will be accessed from under the front of your engine compartment. Let's get into it. Now, as we make our way under the front of the vehicle, we're looking along the front of the engine. We can see our engine oil filter, we can see our starter, and we can see where our mount is located. Let's start the removal process of the mount from underneath the crossbar. For each of these two bolts, we're using a 16mm. We'll remove the pair. Both of these bolts will look the same. You do not need to worry about mixing them up. Now, as we move straight up from there, we can see the through bolt that goes through the bracket, through our mount, and then through the other side of the bracket. On the opposite side, we don't have to worry about the mounting nut over there. We're just focusing on this side. We're using a 15mm for this through bolt. There we are, so that bolt is loose now. I'm going to be leaving it in here. This is going to help prevent the mount from falling while we continue on the removal process of our lower cross beam. Let's start at the front. We're using an 18mm for our mounting bolt. Remove your bolt. Now, as we make our way towards the rearward portion of this crossmember bar, where it connects to our forward subframe, you're going to find that you have four 16mm headed mounting bolts. I'm going to fully remove the first one, a quick inspection, and start it back in just a couple threads. Then we'll continue on to all others. The first bolt will prevent this from falling down on us. Okay, that's definitely in there a couple threads. Let's continue on with all others. Now, one thing that I would mention, as we start loosening our final mounting bolts, you're going to find that the crossmember will start lowering down. You may get it down low enough that you don't have to fully remove these bolts to be able to remove that mount. Just keep that in mind. There it is, friend. Now, prior to installing any brand new part, we want to make sure we clean our mounting surface. So I'm looking up along the top of my crossmember bar that I just lowered down to remove that mount. Now, what I need to do is clean along where each one of my mounting bolt ports are, but what you're going to find is just in front of the forward mounting bolt port, there's actually a small rectangular port as well. That's for the locating tab on our brand new mount. Let's make sure we clean this down. Close inspection. Okay, I can see both of my holes, and I have my third rectangular hole right there. This is exactly what I want to see. And now it's time for installation of the brand new front engine mount. Make sure you have it in the proper orientation. We do have that one locating tab that I mentioned. As you know, that needs to slide into the slot that we had cleaned on that crossmember. Once you have that in its proper placement, continue on with the two mounting bolts. We're going to start them in, but we'll leave them loose for now. Continuing on, we need to apply upward pressure on the crossmember, and we'll continue on with all pieces of hardware holding this up as well. You can use something to support this if necessary. With that started in, let's make our way towards the rear here. We have our two mounting bolts that we fully removed. We'll start each of these in. Now at this point, let's make sure we snug and torque all four of these rearward mounting bolts. When we torque these, we're torquing them to 41 foot-pounds. Let's make our way back to the forward hardware. For this forward mounting bolt, I'm torquing it to 83 foot-pounds. Now after torquing all those mounting bolts, let's continue on to the hardware holding the mount to the cross member. We have two 16mm bolts. I'm torquing each of those to 42 foot-pounds. Let's remove support from under that cross member and add it underneath the engine. Now once you have it raised up enough, we can continue on with our through bolt. We'll take it through from the passenger side of this mount area, bringing it all the way through towards the driver's side. On the driver's side, we do have that captured mounting nut. Now that we have that started in, we can remove support from under the engine, lowering this down as far as possible onto the mount into the fully seated position. Now we can bottom this out and then I'll torque it to 42 foot-pounds. Okay, so we finished our installation. Just one last quick inspection. We want to make sure we've torqued everything as it needs to be. Assuming you have, go ahead and make your way out from under the vehicle. After that, you want to start the vehicle and you want to run it through all gears. We want to pay attention to the engine shifting. It should not move around to the point that it causes any odd noises. Aside from that, you can take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.